Imagine buying a smartphone for just $177, but getting camera power close to satellite systems, government-level security, and a battery that could last 25 years. This isn't an ad, this is real. Tesla didn't just enter the smartphone market, Tesla detonated it. The first units of the Tesla Pi phone just landed, and what's inside is shocking. So the real question is this the cheapest phone of the year, or the most dangerous device ever released to competitors? When the first Tesla Pi phones reached early testers, the reaction wasn't excitement, it was confusion. People expected a clean, simple smartphone, maybe something comparable to Samsung or iPhone. But the moment reviewers powered it on, it became clear, this device wasn't built to compete, it was built to replace. The design alone raised questions. The body is made from a lightweight alloy similar to what Tesla uses in its electric cars. The frame doesn't bend, doesn't heat, and doesn't scratch under normal pressure. It feels less like a phone, and more like a piece of engineered hardware meant to survive 20 years, not 2. But the real shock came from the software. Instead of the typical Android layout, users were greeted with a Tesla-built interface optimized for AI tasks. No lag, no loading. Everything felt instant, almost like the phone was predicting actions before users even touched the screen. Some testers even said the Pi phone doesn't behave like a smartphone at all. It behaves like a mini supercomputer designed to sync with Tesla cars, solar roof systems, Starlink satellites, and even the upcoming Optimus robots. And while this sounds futuristic, the craziest part is that Tesla priced the device at only $177, a number that caused analysts to panic. How can a phone this advanced be that cheap? What is Tesla planning? And is this the beginning of a bigger shift in the tech world? Section by section, the deeper we go, the stranger and more revolutionary this device becomes. The moment reviewers started testing the Pi phone's features, one thing became obvious. Tesla didn't follow smartphone standards, they rewrote them. Let's start with the camera. On paper, it looks simple, just a single main lens with no flashy marketing numbers. But once people started taking photos, the internet exploded. The Pi phone produced images with clarity and detail normally seen only in high-end drones or satellite imaging. This sparked theories that Tesla secretly integrated SpaceX sensor tech, allowing the camera to capture light and detail with ridiculous precision, even at night, even in motion. Then there's the battery. Tesla didn't use standard lithium. Instead, they used a scaled-down version of their 4680 battery technology, the same one powering their electric cars. The result? A smartphone battery that could, in theory, continue functioning for 25 years with minimal degradation. Not days, not months, decades. Charging becomes almost irrelevant. One full charge can last over a week depending on the user. But the real game changer is connectivity. This is the first consumer phone designed to natively integrate with Starlink. That means global coverage, deserts, oceans, mountains, remote villages, even places with zero infrastructure. Where iPhones lose signal instantly, the Pi phone stays connected. For travelers, creators, emergency responders, or anyone living outside major cities, this alone makes the phone a technological breakthrough. And then comes the feature that terrified competitors the most. Neural Sync Mode, a built-in AI system that learns your habits, predicts actions, and optimizes performance so aggressively that apps almost never reload or freeze. Some testers claim the phone feels alive, reacting smoother and faster the more you use it. Apple, Samsung, Google, and Huawei were not ready for this. And the craziest part? We're still just getting started. Because Section 3 reveals the real secret behind why Tesla built this phone in the first place, and it's much bigger than selling smartphones. From the outside, the Pi phone looks like a bold new product. But inside Tesla, insiders say it was never meant to be just a phone. This device is actually step one of a much bigger plan, one that connects Tesla cars, solar roofs, power walls, Starlink satellites, and even the Optimus robot into a single ecosystem. It all started with a series of leaks from former engineers claiming that Elon Musk wanted a universal key to the Tesla world. A device that could unlock your car, power your home, control your robot assistant, and connect directly to space, without relying on traditional networks or big tech companies. The Pi phone is that key. Even more shocking, Internal documents suggest Tesla didn't build this phone to compete with Apple or Samsung at all. They built it to replace them. If users switch to a device that doesn't rely on app stores, cell towers, or traditional software restrictions, it puts Tesla in total control of the experience. No carriers, no middlemen, no limits. And that's where the rumors get intense. Some analysts believe the Pi phone is actually a defensive move. For years, Elon Musk has clashed with major tech giants over censorship, data privacy, and app store fees. The building tension became obvious when Musk said publicly that if Apple restricted X, he would build his own phone. Most people thought he was joking. Until now. But here's where things get even stranger. Several reports claim the Pi phone has a hidden hardware mode not shown in public specs. A mode connected to Tesla's Dojo supercomputer. A mode designed for something far bigger than smartphone apps. A mode that might turn the Pi phone into a portable AI terminal capable of running large models directly on the device. If that's true, the Pi phone is not just a piece of hardware. It's a gateway into the next era of AI, and a device powerful enough to threaten the entire smartphone industry. But the next part of the story is where everything gets explosive. Because the real chaos started when competitors realized how Tesla built this phone for so cheap. The biggest shock wasn't the features. It was the price. $177 for a device with global satellite coverage, a 25-year battery concept, and AI capabilities nobody else offers? That number didn't make sense until analysts dug into how Tesla built the Pi phone. The secret starts with manufacturing. Traditional phone makers rely on third-party suppliers for almost everything: screens, chips, batteries, even antennas. Tesla didn't. They used the same strategy that made their electric cars profitable: vertical integration. Almost every major component of the Pi phone is built inside Tesla's own ecosystem, using factories and supply chains already created for cars, solar systems, and AI hardware. For example, the processor isn't a standard smartphone chip. It's a scaled hybrid based on Tesla's autopilot architecture, optimized for AI predictions rather than gaming or social media. That means Tesla didn't need to pay billions for Qualcomm or MediaTek licensing. They simply repurposed tech they already own. Then there's the battery. Tesla has been mass-producing lithium cells for years, but for the Pi phone, they developed a small, ultra-dense version directly from their EV technology. No middleman, no premium markup, just Tesla building its own power units at scale. Even the satellite connectivity costs almost nothing for Tesla. Why? Because Starlink belongs to them. Every call, message, or data packet sent through space goes through a network Tesla already controls. Apple pays carriers. Samsung pays carriers. Google pays carriers. Tesla pays Tesla. But the craziest part? A leaked internal document claims Tesla is selling the Pi phone at near production cost. Not because they want profit from the phone, but because the phone is simply a tool to pull millions of users into the Tesla ecosystem. If you use their phone, you're more likely to buy their car, their energy products, their subscriptions, and eventually, their robots. Competitors suddenly realized Tesla wasn't trying to win the smartphone war. They were trying to bypass it entirely. But the real storm hit when early users found something inside the phone that was never mentioned in the launch. Something hidden deep in the system files that raised more questions than answers. When users uncovered hidden system files hinting at neural expansion modules and classified satellite modes, it became clear that Tesla hadn't revealed everything about the Pi phone. Some features looked experimental. Others looked like they weren't meant for the public at all. And that mystery became the phone's greatest power. Because the truth is, the Pi phone isn't a gadget you buy. It's a doorway into a future where phones, cars, satellites, homes, and AI assistants operate as one organism, one system engineered by Tesla from top to bottom. And by launching it at just $177, Tesla didn't join the smartphone race. They rewrote it, flipped it, and set it on fire. For competitors, that price tag was a warning. For users, it was an invitation. And for the tech world, it was a reminder that when Tesla enters a market, the rules don't just change. The entire game resets. But here's the part no one wants to admit. The Pi phone might be the last smartphone we ever need. Because if Tesla succeeds with this unified ecosystem, the next step won't be a phone at all. It'll be a world where devices think, connect, and evolve without us even noticing. So whether you believe the Pi phone is a breakthrough, a threat, or a glimpse into something much bigger, one thing is undeniable. Tesla didn't just release a new phone. They opened the first chapter of a new digital era. And the rest of the world is already trying to catch up.